Hello, I'm Kevin McDougall, the Executive Director of Soldier's Wish, and this is Extreme Post Makeover. On this edition of Extreme Post Makeover, we're in Tulsa, Oklahoma at American Legion Post Number 1. Now, Post Number 1 has a lot of history in Tulsa, and I'm excited to get started. We're going to do a lot of things to this post. We're going to put in a new sprinkler system outside. A new flagpole is going to be raised. We're going to put in a new fence around the building, tear out all the paneling inside, redo some of the electrical work, rebuild their kitchen. There is a ton of work to be done here, and we really need to get going because the parade of volunteers is coming down the road. Hey, I'm Kevin McDougall, the Executive Director of Soldier's Wish, and I wanted to personally say thank you for all of you who are volunteering today. Here at American Legion Post Number 1 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, we want to say thanks to all of the volunteers, but not only them, we've got a number of sponsors that are helping us get this done. Thank you so much. It's going to be an exciting and a good weekend. We're going to work together and we're going to get this done. 3 days, a lot of work to get done. Thank you so much for being here, guys.
Trying to get this cooler out of here, so in order to do that we gotta get possibly rid of this, take the wheels off or something to get the ginormous cooler out. We're spray painting the ceiling black, and the reason we're doing that is over the years they've had a lot of smoke. You know, it used to be acceptable to smoke everywhere you go, so the ceilings have been kind of penetrated with that smoke scent. We're going to take this panel off and see what's behind it, and hopefully by the time we're done, this will be a firm, solid wall ready to paint. We have a mural artist, Pino's Palette. They've decided to be a part of this project, so they've donated a mural artist and all the art supplies to do a patriotic mural. You never know when you're going to find a door behind a wall.
Feral cats are actually responsible for more extinction of bird species than any other animal. I'm going under there to see if there's any kittens. There's a cat problem here. I just want to make sure that there's no kittens, so when I remove the cats, nobody gets left behind.
We're at the halfway point of this project. We're all kind of tired, but we're getting through it. We have the flagpole going in outside, which is great. The Boy Scouts came in. They've erected a 35-foot flagpole. They've used a scissor lift to put it together, and so that'll be going up shortly. We've got the azaleas around, the landscaping, added a new sprinkler system to the front lawn, which is just awesome.
We're making history here today. Never before has this group of people done something like this at this post.
American Legion Post 1 in Tulsa is getting a makeover thanks to a group called A Soldier's Wish.
It's been a landmark in Tulsa since 1919. It's the oldest continuing operating post in the country.
After more than a century standing, this old building has had her fair share of battle scars. A Soldier's Wish stepped in with hammers, drills, and paintbrushes for this mission.
We came because we said, you know what, this post needs something to really help maybe get younger veterans involved. And that's what our hope is they'll come see this new place and say that's something that we want to be involved in.
This is an extreme makeover. To have all these volunteers with Soldier's Wish and the American Legion combined, I mean, it can't get any better than that.
This post has been here since 1927, and it served a lot of veterans and their families in that time. We're still serving them, and that's what we're here for, serve the veterans.
This all began when Channel 8 ran a news story on post number 1 having financial difficulties, and the Soldier's Wish board knew that we had to do something to get post number 1 back on its feet.
The budget is tight, real tight. Concern has spread about closing.
Bills, you know, you got to pay those bills.
So how did finances get so strapped?
Because of the weather, we had to cut our bingo down and cancel our steak nights, and our club was lacked participation, so our cash flow took a severe hit.
To think of the possibilities we have here for that young veteran that is going to see a place that they can bring their families to.
What they're doing down here is really a blessing, I'll tell you. And I know every veteran is going to appreciate it. I know I do.
You know, it's amazing when we put out the word about post number 1 here in the Tulsa community, local businesses stepped up. They really love their veterans here in Tulsa.
Josh McFarland called with Red Dog Construction. I've worked a lot with Josh over the years. We're glad we were able to do as much as we could and just provide some materials and to help you guys out.
Well, Danny, first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for doing what you're doing for us this next year. You're volunteering your trucks to help us drag this trailer all over the country.
You know, I'm a native Tulsan, was born and raised here. I had no idea the history and the long-running standing of this post, but we're excited to be a part of helping however we can in this restoration, and then you know, anything else we can do to help Soldier's Wish and support all the veterans.
Well, my stepfather was in the service, and when he retired, the American Legion was his home away from home. I mean, my mom knew where to find him. His best friends, I mean, for life from that point on, was the American Legion.
This is the best thing that's ever happened to us.
Think about the history of this post. We've had people come through here that said their great-great-grandfather was the 3rd commander of this post. And he was the one that actually raised the flagpole out front, the great-great-grandson of the gentleman that was the commander in this post.
And they said, we want to get you a flagpole. I said, you're God sent. They worked on it a while and a call and said, we got your flagpole and we got a flag. God bless you guys.
When I look at this flag, it means a lot. It means a lot to me personally. When I look at this flag, I don't see just stars and stripes. I see the faces of those friends that I've lost. I see the heroes of faces you see on a number of walls. Names that you see on walls that you no longer have the opportunity to shake their hand or say thank you. That's what I see. And when I see that flag, as long as it's flying, this is a free America. And we will continue to be free because there's men like Mark that are growing up right behind us that are willing to carry that torch. So I simply wanted to say thank you. We are right now at hour 21 of this complete remodel. A ton of work's been done, but it feels like we've still got about 3 months worth of work to do in the next 48 hours. We've got a new flagpole with a flag flying high. So a lot of work's been done, but we've still got a lot of work to do. We put together over the last couple of days a history of the American Legion Post Number 1 with some information going all the way back to your beginnings in 1919, okay? And we want to present this to you because we know that the pages that are in this book are only the beginning. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of veterans to serve. And a lot of young veterans that need our help, a lot of older veterans that need our help. And the good thing is we're all veterans, we all love America, we're all going to come together. But I want to present this to you and wish you many, many more years with American Legion Post 1.
This is great. You know, I wasn't here in 1919, but I do feel like it sometimes. And I get to thinking back of all the men and women that belong to this post, and it just, you know, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. And here it is, 2014, being rebuilt again. So thank you all for all the effort you put in, and Jim Moore, I'm so glad I met you, son. Thank you.
I am a Marine drill instructor, but you'll also find a Marine drill instructor with a heart, and a lot of times I find myself as a drill instructor choking back tears when you think about the people who've come through this place and the sacrifices they've made. But the ones I many times think about are those who never made it back. And sometimes I see their faces. Some of them I called friends. But many of them went long before I was ever born, sacrificing for this great country. It's been such a pleasure to be a part of Post Number 1 over the last few days. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to do this. And if it's all right with you, I'd like to join Post Number 1 since I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And he looked at the gravestones of the men who had given their skills and their talents for his life so that he could live a good life. He looked over at his wife and he said, "Tell me I'm a good man." To much is given, much is required. We've been given a tremendous gift. Let's earn it.
I want to thank Soldier's Wish for what they've done for this American Legion Post Number 1. Oh, they've granted this Soldier's Wish. This is wonderful.
That's Extreme Post Makeover. We've gotten a lot of work done, and yet we have a lot of work to do. But especially, we need to let those younger veterans know about the American Legion. On behalf of Soldier's Wish and American Legion Post Number 1, I'm Kevin McDougall. Thank you for watching.